That was the sound of me sitting on this wonderful leather stool.
Oh dear. No.
Oh, it's thrilling.
That's one word for it.
Hi, Peter. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just grateful that this isn't smell-o-vision for our listeners.
Hey. It's the belt, I swear.
Oh, that is ripe.
Ripe. As ripe as this glass of Ribena you've given me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never had the honour. Oh no. D to the E to the T to the O to the U are listening to
Detour the podcast.
With Peter and Josh.
And Tane!
Would you like a hot chocolate?
Where did that come from?
Okay, the phone call that I just received was informing me that my mother, who just left her hot chocolate in the microwave. And now this is for me.
Wow.
Or you. Do you
No,
want it?
no, you go for it. You go for it, madam. I've had my Ribena.
I had to get it right away, otherwise it'd turn into yogurt.
Ugh. No.
Yeah.
Nah, can't do that.
Yogurt, by the way. I know you pronounce it yogurt.
Yogurt?
Yeah.
I mean, look, everyone in my family pronounces it yogurt.
Obviously, everyone in the country pronounces it yogurt.
I just think yogurt sounds funner.
It does.
It's
when
more
Matt
fun.
Smith first said that word, and I realised that this is what an entire continent. Well, is Britain a continent?
Don't make us look so dumb.
No, it's not.
The United Kingdom.
The United Kingdom. That they were all saying freaking yogurt.
It's just something about the yogurt.
I find it a little yucky.
Yogurt.
No, it's yucky in a way.
I mean, yogurt is yucky
Do you
in a way.
remember?
That's good audio.
I was slapping his arm, okay, guys. Do you remember?
We're giggly
Do
today.
you remember Go-Gurt?
Yes, I never had it. I hated it. I
How
hate the
magical.
idea of yogurt in a tube.
No, oh, wait. I'm thinking about something else. That was very cool, and I liked when it came in that little, like, sleeve.
No, I hated it.
I
It
liked
put
the
me
little
off.
sleeve.
The texture, the feeling.
It was
No.
yummy, but what I'm talking about is the one with the gorilla, the chocolate mousse.
Oh yeah. What's it called? What's it called?
Gorilla Gurt?
No. Ew. Yogos.
Yogos. And do you remember the games? The actual, like, computer games that came
Yeah.
with? How good were they?
And also with Paddle Pop.
Mm?
Do you remember that period of time where Paddle Pop released a movie about the Paddle Pop lion?
What?
Just me? Okay. Maybe that was a fever dream.
Yeah, you definitely
no,
got that one.
I was talking about this at work with Beck the other day. All of these foods that have, like, gone away when they were so good that they need to bring back. Top of the list, Dixie drumsticks.
Dixie drumsticks.
Do you remember them? The
I-
little chicken leg shaped biscuits?
Oh, yeah, I always saw people eating them, but I didn't really vibe myself.
Oh, okay, fair. But potato smileys.
Ooh. Wait, were they those... I had very not, like, fun snacks as a primary schooler.
I'm sure you did.
Like, shut up! I would always see the people eating those, rice patty cake thingies.
Yeah.
I didn't get the appeal.
No. They're a bit
They
bland,
looked
hey?
a bit yucky.
Ugh.
With Vegemite on?
No, man.
What?
Potato smileys. They're like potato gems, but like in the shape of a smiley face. And they took them away, but then they've brought them back to like Coles or something. But guess what they've called them now?
What?
I was so excited when Beck was like, oh, they've brought back potato smileys.
Mm-hmm.
And then she showed me a picture of what they've rebranded them to. They're trying to get hip or whatever. They've called them potato emojis or something.
That makes a
Ew.
lot of sense.
Disgusting.
That is sort of correct, though.
But anyway,
God, what was I even saying?
Ribena.
Ribena.
Before your phone call.
And my hot chocolate.
I never had Ribena growing up.
Oh,
Because
you
I think
poor
it was just
deprived
something...
child.
I think it was just something that Mum was like, it's a bit too expensive, so we'll just get like regular cordial.
This is my argument here. To be fair, I don't know how much it actually is. I just sort of grab it off the shelf and pay for it because it's like an essential for me. But to be fair, it is a concentrate. It is a cordial. It's a cordial. It's grape flavored cordial. How is that going to be bougie in any way, Joshua?
I don't know. It comes in a wine bottle.
That's just packaging. It's just plastic.
But it just is, okay? It just is.
It really is my drink of choice, though, because it's a little bit of a meme. It's like, oh, I'm drinking some wine, but it's Ribena. Cheeky bit under the cover.
That's like grape tizer and apple tizer.
Pardon me?
You know? Okay.
Apple teenies?
We're really conflicting today in like our experience.
Like every word that you utter, I'm just like, are you speaking English? Did we grow up on the same planet?
No. Gimpy is a whole different planet.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Jesus, anyway.
Hello everybody.
Hi everyone.
Welcome.
What a...
This is chaos.
What a thick cold open.
Welcome to episode 9 of Detour the podcast.
Detour the podcast.
Babe, we already have an intro.
I just thought I would recreate it.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
We're in your new house.
This is my new house.
This is the first time I've been here. I've already almost knocked myself out on the stairs.
Please tell me your first impressions.
Well, it's very beautiful. You're in a very bougie neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Full of mansions and all that jazz.
But I do have a disclaimer there. Of like, we live on the bougiest street ever. I've never seen so many fancy houses, one after the other. But then you sort of get to my house, and it's very clear that our house is the least bougie on the street. But relatively, that's pretty bougie.
Yeah, no. It is still pretty bougie in comparison to other suburbs.
Yes.
Like, you're walking up this staircase, and there's like a little front yard. It's very lovely, but all of the doorways and the stairwell is very dangerous for people of tall
inclination.
Figure. My figure has filled out a little
since I bought my trousseau and paid for it myself.
with my daddy's money.
With my daddy's insurance money.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Yes, so almost stomped my head there. You have lots of storage, which is great.
Many cupboards.
Your room, not as sort of like lounge roomy as your other house.
Yeah, but that literally was impossible to replicate.
But you know what? This is easier to cool down.
Oh, my old one was just horrible because it had no opening windows.
There's also only one light for you to break instead of like 6.
And you better believe I broke every single one of them by the time I moved out.
Really? Did the last one stop working?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. There it is again. Take a shot. Those of you who are like taking a shot. Oh, there's the leather chair again. Everyone.
Come on, Shrek. But I always say. We are manic tonight.
Today's energy. This is going to be wild and unedited. Raw.
Speaking of Shrek.
You're going to see Shrek the musical.
I'm going to see Shrek the musical.
On Valentine's Day!
And that was unintentional. We didn't realise that was occurring until the day after we purchased the tickets, and I was like, oh.
We, not being me, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Not me.
Pardon me. We as in the royal we. We as in me and a boy. Bit funny. Never really cared about Valentine's Day before, and still don't, but just the fact that I coincidentally am seeing Shrek the musical on that day feels very correct. Very right.
Given your Shrek the musical past.
Oh yeah.
Little Miss Gingy.
I played the gingerbread man in the coveted Shrek the Musical Junior edition in Gimpy by the Zodiac Players. It was the beginning of many young actors' careers.
Ooh.
Mama Bear ended up at QUT acting.
Oh.
I'll tell you that much. Shrek himself is now being a drama teacher, I think.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he was very tall.
There is... sorry, just to preface. There is a cat at this new house. What's her name?
Her name is Chelsea. Chelsea. There's a whole story.
Chelsea.
We thought she was a stray at first. We started feeding her because she looked like she was dying from not being fed. But then we found out that she actually did have an owner, and she was just like chilling at our house 24/7 for some reason. And so I was feeling guilty, and I was like, no, we stealing somebody's cat. Oh, also, important note, she didn't have a collar, so it's like not our fault. We were gonna like... Yeah.
But she could be microchipped.
Yeah, we were gonna take her to the vet, but then we found out she was owned before then.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, she's very loud.
She is a talkative one. Like, more than us.
She has a lot to say.
But she's very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
She has the most gorgeous brown fur.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's simply divine.
And her name is Chelsea, which I don't really agree with. I think that's more of a name for a human woman.
Yeah, cats shouldn't have human names.
But they do more often than dogs do.
Yeah.
What is that?
I think because cats are, I don't know, they're sort of more poised than dogs, you know?
Therefore more human?
Therefore more human. In a way.
Mm.
In a way.
Also, this is my first experience sort of living long time with a cat, and so I'm learning how to talk to cats, which I haven't been very good at in the past. I just don't speak their language, and they don't speak mine. I don't
Well,
mind.
this one.
Well, this one definitely does. So friendly. But she just does this thing, which I'm informed all cats do, where she just sort of sits in the hallway, and she just stares, and there's nothing to stare at. But she can stare
She stares at the
for
wall.
half an hour straight.
Yeah.
Head empty, no thoughts. Just absolutely blank. You ever look at someone and wonder, what is going on inside their head? That's what I think when I look at this cat. What are you
I've
thinking?
adequately named her Meow's Last Dancer.
Ah, that one kills
Yeah, your
me.
mother liked that one as well. I was quite proud of it.
Yeah, it was very good.
Valentine's Day.
What are you doing, sir?
Here's the thing.
Are you a long-time celebrant of Valentine's Day?
I need to stop saying here's the thing. Pinch me every time I say here's the
Honestly,
thing.
I haven't even noticed until you started beating yourself up about it.
I
so
don't
keep
notice
it
until
going.
I start editing the episodes. Valentine's Day. Never been like a super massive thing. I mean, I used to get flowers for Tane, but then he asked me to stop buying him flowers because his hay fever would just make him sneeze so much that like he did not enjoy them.
Oh, doll.
I just buy them and eventually he'd just be like, no.
Aw, maybe
No.
he's a flower boy.
Yeah, he is a flower boy. He loves his nature. But
Don't we all?
this year,
Mm-hmm.
we've just decided to go halvesies on something we both really wanted. Just to like, we weren't going to go anywhere or do anything, but we've decided to buy
Spoilers.
2 Marvel box sets
Whoa.
that would normally be like $100. Yeah, and so we're getting like 20 Marvel movies shipped to us right now.
Oh my god.
I say shipped, they're from JB Hi-Fi down the road.
Wait, you were getting them delivered?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, this was
delivery, man.
Yeah, it's sort of related. I was looking for Dragon Quest in EB Games, and every time I was in the city, I'd sort of have a peek at EB Games and JB and see if like it was there, and it was never there on the shelf. And so I had to get up the courage to go and ask at the desk.
I hate that. I hate it.
And I did it really awkwardly, and I sort of mumbled it, and she was like, "What was that again? Which one was it? 11?" And I was, everyone has Dragon Quest Builders, which is like Minecraft, but anime.
Well, here's the thing. Pinch me.
This is really turning into something, darling. Oh my god.
I have recently discovered Spellbreak,
Yeah.
which I haven't like fully delved into yet. I've played the tutorial and I've done like one game and I lasted like 5 minutes. It's basically Fortnite. Fortnite, but if Fortnite was actually cool and instead of guns and stuff, you just used magic. You come into the world as like a sorcerer, and you can pick like six one of 6 elements, and you can like control it. It's so fun.
That sounds cool as heck. I was one of those kids who downloaded like the Avatar Minecraft mod and played with that.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, I want to be Magic Man.
I am pretending that I am the Avatar right now, living my fantasy.
That's pretty cool.
Except I can't pretend I'm the Avatar because you can only control 2 of the elements at any one time.
Still,
but
advanced.
yeah, that's still pretty
You're a
sick.
Bender, you're Katara, you're...
Yeah, I can be Zuko. Every man's dream.
Yeah.
But no, other than that, been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight.
I've been trying to play Dead by Daylight, but my internet won't allow me. Very tragic. First world problem.
Peter's Switch Lite that we got for her,
which I love and appreciate and adore and still play on frequently,
is refusing to connect to the internet.
If anyone has any tech tips.
And it won't even connect to, like, hotspots on our phones. And I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, right.
It's broken, madam.
I think she got to go to EB Games for review, but I don't want to spend that much money.
Yeah, one of my Joy-Cons for my Switch is drifting. I'll be, like, playing Hades, and I'll put the analog stick one way to, like, run that way, but then I'll let go when I want to stop, and it'll just keep running me into the lava or something. It's quite annoying.
No, that's thrilling. That's like a game mode. You could be like speed run with drifting, and you always got to be constantly moving.
Yeah.
Man, I reckon this is the episode that is really truly living up to the name of Detour the podcast. The amount of topics we've touched on in the last like 5 minutes is like speed running that.
We're jumping about a little bit, but it's only because there's like some frantic energy right now.
I'll tell you. When I was looking at EB Games, right, they didn't have it when I asked, really awkwardly. They didn't have it, and they were like, sorry about it, and I was like, okay, and they said the closest place that had it was Toowong EB Games, and I was willing to go there, but it was already gone to shot, and it was just like, meh, and so then I...
That sentence started really well, and then just deteriorated into...
Much like a lot of sentences I do say. So I continued shopping in the city, just looking around, having a window, and then I see like the JB Hi-Fi that's on the other side of Queen Street. You know how there's 2? And then I also discovered there's there's like 3 JB Hi-Fis in the same city area. It's excessive. I don't think that's needed. Anyway, I go to the other JB Hi-Fi, I look up there, I'm like, hello, and they look it up and they're like, okay, so it looks like no JB Hi-Fi in the country stocks this game, except this one JB Hi-Fi in the Gold Coast who has 7.
What? That's just greedy.
I don't know what's going on.
Did you call Bo and just say, hey, do you want to pick up this game for me?
That was one plan. But plan 2 was he looked up where the Big W had it, and the one just like across the road down the street. So I went for another little jog. It was like a mission. I was getting sent on quests and stuff.
You really want this game, eh?
Well, once I was on the quests, it was like following little clues to get the prize, and I got it. And when I was there, I saw the sister of a girl I went to high school with, who I very strongly relate with just being a gimpy. And so seeing a gimpy person just existing as an NPC in the real world in Brisbane.
Oh, it's quite a sight.
Was really like, what am I, what, whoa. Yeah. That was a big journey for me. And I got Dragon Quest. It was good.
I'm glad.
And I've been playing it. Fun. Recommend. Dragon Quest 11. It's very specifically. I don't know any of the other ones. I'm just going off a recommendation. Oh boy. Oh Boise, I need to take a breath, huh?
If you want more of Peter and Josh, take a detour to our podcast socials at Podcast Detour on Twitter and Detour the Podcast on Instagram.
I know you didn't want to talk about this. But...
No, you can't bring this up. No, I refuse to conversate on this because I will sound like an ignorant fool.
No, I'm setting you up. And you're going to talk about it. Because I think you make a very valid point. It's interesting.
Well,
and
I just
don't
think it's a point that a lot of people who know more about me have made. and they probably talked about it and discussed it.
When you explained it to me, I understood you perfectly. I don't think you sounded like a twat in the slightest. Okay, maybe a touch.
Oh,
but...
shut up, you!
Okay, but what's the gripe?
The gripe is, I'm having a bit of... I think I've just not been exposed to much contemporary art in my life. Being from Gympie, the art gallery wasn't exactly a place for experimentation. It was sort of like... There's some paintings of the Gympie Rattler. No, I'm not giving it enough credit. It was really good. But still, not as experimental as what I've been coming across now in the big wide world. Contemporary art is like this whole new way of thinking. It's like this... The people who are in the bubble of talking about art like this, they have this language that they use, and they're all on this like sort of level of communication that I haven't quite reached yet, I don't think.
Right.
And I'm trying to.
A different wavelength.
Yeah, and I'm just sort of struggling with the way that, like, the way that value is given to art is sort of, there's the ideas and the concept behind the art, and then there's the actual, like, the skill and the craft and the time and, like, the making of.
Yes.
And I always
the
thought,
traditional idea of art.
Yeah. I always thought, like, it was a combination of both that made something a bit special. But it seems that now, like, just the idea is sort of, like, if you can back it up and justify it and just, like, really solidly sell your concept, then the way you go about making it isn't necessarily, like, as integral to being an artist. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And I don't know what to do about it. I'm just sort of like, I'm figuring it out.
I mean, as someone who has taken an art elective but doesn't consider themselves traditionally an artist,
Yeah.
I quite enjoy the freedom of contemporary art in that you can just have a concept and put together that concept with, like, any level of creative talent that you have, or using resources available to you to make your vision come to life.
Yeah,
I
it's
appreciate
very
that.
accessible.
I appreciate that. But if 99% of the artwork isn't physically created by you, is it right to express that as your own art, even if the only thing that belongs to you in that piece is the composition?
Well, in a way that's like, it's collage. It's taking images and ideas and putting them together. And so you wouldn't say, like, a collage artist takes magazine cuttings and it's the way that they sort of arrange them that makes it their art now. So it takes the original form and then recontextualizes it into a new one. Does that... I don't know. See, it's real tricky, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, people spend their whole lives thinking about this stuff. So I'm only just dipping my toe in at the moment.
No, I reckon it's unacceptable and you should find the answer within, like, this 30-minute podcast. Thank you.
Okay, the answer is no. I just think, like, is it acceptable to buy something off eBay and then put it in your work and be like, I made that?
Is it... Ooh, I'm breaking your table. Is it altered in any way? Like,
It's...
from its purchased form on eBay, was it painted? Was it...
No.
No?
No, just, like, placed in a way that recontextualizes.
Yeah, that's hard, man.
Yeah. That's the point of art, I guess. Making you think, baby. Making you have a noggin thing.
This completely came out of nowhere.
See, you I feel like Pooh Bear looking at this stuff sometimes.
Why did you put so much pronunciation into poo?
That's just how I say his name.
Pooh Bear. Not Pooh Bear.
I have a bit of a weird intonation pattern when it comes to my sentence structures. Have you noticed?
I enjoy it.
Yeah? I'm
It
glad.
offers some zazz.
It's sort of
You
like,
said-
oh, where she's going with it.
I remember. Hold on. In last week's episode,
Yeah.
you said the word salacious
Yo.
entirely out of
Did
context.
that mean what I think it means? No, it doesn't.
Having or conveying undue or inappropriate interest in sexual matters.
That was sort of what I meant, right? I can't
Was
remember why
it?
I said it. It was definitely sexual.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll let that slip.
I know what I'm saying.
Okay. Good.
Maybe.
Good. All right.
Oh god, I don't know.
I guess I just wasn't expecting it to
Yeah.
pop up.
All I'm saying is Pooh Bear. What is so funny about the way I say Pooh Bear?
Pooh Bear.
Pooh Bear.
Pooh Bear.
It's his
Okay.
legal name. It's his formal title.
Okay.
You
What
know
about
when,
Pooh Bear?
You know when he like gets into a little huddle and he like taps his little hand nub on his
Oh,
forehead
audience,
and he goes,
she's doing a very elaborate physical explanation right now.
and he goes, think.
Yes.
That's how I feel when I look at contemporary art. I hope
You
that
feel like Pooh
I
Bear.
hope that illustrates it for you. But I think that's the point.
Yeah. The cheaty thing about most contemporary artists is they do the douchebag thing and they go, oh, I'm not going to tell you what it's about because that's meant to come from within the viewer. I'm like,
Well, no, but actually in the industry, it seems like if you can't talk about your work, then you're not gonna make it.
yeah,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
But this is definitely things that people have already covered and gone beyond, and you know, I just burped in the middle of that sentence. And I could definitely research and read papers about it, but I'd rather just converse with my friends about my immediate thoughts and then maybe learn later. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how things work, right?
yeah.
That's how I exist in the world as a human being. Maybe? I'm having a time.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to a party tonight.
Woo woo!
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. But this energy that we're feeding right now, I don't know what's going to happen when that is mixed with the energy at that party.
Well, we're gonna dance. You gotta have a dance.
We've
at
got to
a
have a
party.
dance.
You gotta talk a bit with your pals.
Yeah.
You gotta
Eat.
eat excessive amounts of nibblies. You just go. That's for
Okay,
me.
so the person putting together this party, their mother makes the most divine potato bake.
I'm not aware of this. Please describe.
Oh, it's good. And I've heard they've put in extra bacon for tonight. So I'm getting down for that. But also, here's a little tidbit for you.
Oh my.
Did I just say titbit instead of tidbit?
I'm sorry, that was such a loud laugh. I have a bit of a
Tidbit.
bellow on
I
me.
promise I said tidbit, not titbit. Jane.
Mm-hmm.
Jane's
Jane
mother.
is the party girl, by the way.
Yes, yeah. Jane's mother. And, okay, this is completely
Not
normal.
the party girl as in she's a party girl, but she's throwing the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, both.
Yeah, both.
She loves a good time.
Yeah.
This is something that for Jane is completely, like, nonchalant and normal. But for me, it was kind of whack. It was a bit weird. Jane's mother has kept every single tooth she has ever lost. That alone bit off, but Jane, only a couple of weeks ago, got her wisdom teeth removed. And her mother kept them.
Oh.
Adult teeth. In a little jar. A jar of teeth.
Oh. Oh.
Does that make you a little bit uncomfortable?
Okay, let's really assess the situation. I feel like a lot more people do this than you think.
Well, I feel like a lot of people will keep their child's first tooth that they lose. Not every single one. You want to complete the collection?
Yeah, it's like collecting Pokemon
Jane
cards.
told me her mother wants to put together a little jaw mold so that she can display her baby teeth on a jaw.
That's epic.
That's terrifying!
I love that.
That's shocking!
That's next level, dude. That's some witchcraft sounding. Oh my god.
I would make earrings out of them.
Yeah, people do. People make
How
necklaces.
terrifying.
Imagine an entire necklace with your entire row of teeth.
I still have all my baby teeth in my bottom row.
Which is amazing.
Because I have this thing where I was born with no adult teeth underneath them, so they never got pushed out.
See, that's normal for you, but that is buck wild.
Like,
to me.
the only adult teeth are, like, in my top row. And then my bottom ones are all little babies.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
It's a bit shocking. And because I always wanted to straighten up my teeth. And so I would go to the dentist and they'd always be like, oh, you got so many problems with your teeth, like we can fix them and give you braces and stuff. And then when they sent me to an orthodontist or whatever to suss out braces, the orthodontist was always just like, oh, you can never get braces because you've got no adult teeth, and if your baby teeth fall out with the braces, then like you've got no teeth.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer...
How's your head?
Josh! You wouldn't have any complaints.
You had to lean back for that one.
I said that one to the roof. Jesus.
I saw the most beautiful dog on the way here.
Tell me.
We were. I was driving here all alone. I hate driving alone. I hate driving in general, but all alone it's worse. I think I talked about this last episode. Anyway, I was driving and there was this beautiful, I think it was a Staffy,
Yeah.
but it was like a chocolate brown with white, like Staffy, had his head out the window and he turned and he saw me behind him. And he immediately pops his head into the window and puts his paws up on, like, you know that section of the car that's like separates the boot from the back seat, and like the windscreen goes down diagonally, and there's like there's a negative space there. This dog jumps up onto like that part of the boot to look out the windscreen at me, and it was so cute. My heart melted.
You got blessed.
I got blessed.
There are so many dogs in West End, I gotta say. And it's
Really?
making me like, you know how women always say that they start seeing babies everywhere once they get to a certain age and they're thinking about having babies, which I can't relate to, but I am feeling that feeling with dogs.
And you're looking at getting a dog with your roommate.
Not necessarily, but
Not necessarily.
maybe. Well, it's a
Possibly.
bit like, you know, when you're renting.
Right.
bit sus.
Luella showed me a little doggy that looks
Wait,
quite
really?
cute.
Oh, you know I can't resist it, but it's also like, I don't know whether we can. Logistics. Anyway, the heart
true.
wants what it wants. And apparently, it's given me all of this information. I got dash hounds walking around. I got little Pomeranians. There are so many sausage dogs.
I love a good wiener.
Yeah?
I love a good dachshund.
Dachshund. Dachshund.
Dachshund.
Dachshund. Pardon me.
That was
I
rough.
took German.
So did my mum.
Lol. I could have a German conversation with
Yeah,
her.
do it.
I'd be like, Ich bin Peter.
Bin Peter.
Ich habe eine Bruder.
What? Eyebrows?
I have one brother.
Oh,
I do.
you do.
I do. He just visited. He's so tall.
He's massive, taller than me.
Yeah, which is an achievement.
Crazy.
I swore I forget how tall he is, and then I give him a hug, and then it's like, I am, like, midway on your torso right now. This isn't right.
I don't understand how you came from the same gene pool.
Shut up! Well, me pa's not that tall, and neither's me ma. I mean, me uncles, though. They're some lanky blokes. You know what I mean?
I very much enjoyed that visit from your mum.
Thank you, thank you.
I love your mum.
Aww,
But
I love your
also,
mum.
I'm so glad I got all dressed up today. And you're wearing a beautiful new dress from Dangerfield.
We both are we're repping the Dangerfield brand now, apparently.
Apparently.
It just sort of fits this
I
sort of
didn't
like
plan this.
alternative fashion, but also a little bit bougie so we can wear it to work, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've got my cute little space shirt on right now, but it's like
It's a
a
little
proper
quirky.
button up and it's got a collar, so it's like, suitable for working as a producer.
And this is a really nicely made dress. It's really nice, but the pattern's a bit quirky. Like, the colours are a bit off kilter.
Yeah, but it's also not, like, so off kilter that you would walk past and, like, go, oh.
Yeah, it's just on the edge of ugly that it's cute.
On the edge of ugly. Our new podcast. We're rebranding.
On the edge of ugly.
Once I get more money, I'm going straight back to Dangerfield, man.
That's the only issue. I can only buy, like, one garment at a time.
Yeah, it is pretty spency. But you get lots of wear.
Mm-hmm.
You get lots
High
of wear.
quality clothing.
I need a pair of Doc Martens.
Whoa.
That's what I need.
Everyone says it's an investment.
I said this to Luella earlier. I want Doc Martens, and I want them to be modified into figure skates.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How hot.
That's sick, dude.
No one would talk to me. I'd walk in, everyone would be like...
He just made a face.
I just made a facial expression on a podcast. Yeah.
Just picture, but like, insert face here. How would they be like? A little bit of audience participation there.
That's funny. Beck, if you're listening to this at work, turn to me and give me the face that you think that I would have just made. Thank you.
Turn to the person on your right.
No, Beck listens to the podcast at work.
That's a power play.
I'm sitting right next to her. We're writing out our stuff, and she's listening to Detour.
You're sitting next to
Yes.
a person listening to you have a conversation.
Yeah. And every time I go to ask Beck something, I'm like, I'm sorry, I need to interrupt you listening to me so that you can listen to me.
That's so impressive.
It's ridiculous. But occasionally she will chuckle, and she'll like pause it and turn to me and say something random, and for a second I don't clock on, and then I get flashbacks and I'm like, oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can feasibly re-listen to these episodes because I have the memory of a goldfish. I have a conversation with you a week before, and by the time it comes to listen again, I have no recollection of
Are you
anything
saying
that
I
we
edit
talked
things
about.
too slow?
What? No, you have a very prompt turnover time, Joshua, and
Yeah.
the fact that you edit it at all is like amazing. You're doing more than me. I'm just here for my personality.
You're the talent.
Yeah, I'm the talent.
We were having this discussion before we even started like doing this podcast together, is that we don't care whether it or not it's a hit. We just want to listen to our own conversations like some point in the future and go, man, what a wild time. And here we are, Ribena, hot chocolates, fancy outfits.
Sort of sweaty.
Very sweaty.
It's only because I had to close the door and a little bit aircon can't come in.
We don't have a studio.
Studio.
I think we're at that point where we're getting a little bit delirious.
Are you kidding me? At that point? We've been at this point the entire time.
Yeah, but I think we're probably at the point now where our delirious is making other people delirious.
Please like and subscribe if we've made you delirious. Oh God, cut that out.
No, we're gonna end on that.
On that note.
Well, I guess we'll see you next week. Hopefully in a more composed state than
Oh,
this.
hopefully not. I love you, bye.
Lawrence Cheney.
Lawrence Cheney.